should too. And then this leads me, I'm going to skip over, policy, but then going over to the military. This year and last year, I had the pleasure, the absolute pleasure of teaching our military about cannabis. Now, here's the reason. The reason is because I want our our generations to treat cannabis differently. We have a ton of folks in this world that are commanders, chiefs, and I got to meet the commander of the Navy here in Norfolk, Virginia, and she was amazing. She was so receptive. But to be able to change her mind on what she thought about cannabis, that was the goal. How she recommends, or if something were to happen to anyone under her command, she knows how to appropriately, mandate. Or even punish. I hate to use that term, but those punishments were really harsh, right? But now there are different laws. Military folks can use CBD now. So there's so much out there. So for a base to call me and say, hey, we want you to talk about CBD and not just strawberries and cultivation, right? It was a huge deal and I felt honored. So that those courses are still going. There is, there are folks coming in and out of the military every season, and they are learning. So this is the start. Everyone in this chat, everyone who's spoken today, you all are those bridge. You're the bridge. You're starting this industry, and it takes a village. So I'm gonna keep going here. So the experience, again, I told you I'm going to try to make this one big circle for you all so it all makes sense, right? Again, I was raised around this plant. I love this plant so much, but I had to step away from the plant because of my journey. My journey was military, army. I loved being in the army. I'm the first to tell folks I probably needed to be in the army. I was quite eccentric as a child. But the medications that they had me on, it brought me full circle back to cannabis. As soon as I decided to leave or separate from the military, I went back to my roots and I was able to find what I needed because while my family, we all knew I had ADHD, um, it was not a medication that I was on as a child. It was low dose CBD. So that to me worked and it still works today. So just to give you guys an idea of how that comes into full circle for me, Army medic to a chemist. Again, I love chemistry so much, lab director in Michigan, but that cannabis lab director space is so intriguing. Again, if you guys want to know anything about it, please reach out. I'll have my information up here because I could talk about it all day. But then even with being an educator, I noticed that this course that I created, I had to go to the board of pharmacy. So I'm here, and they denied me. Because I had a few subjects of cannabis, COA, certificates of analysis, and understanding in my course, they denied me. And I had to go back to them 3 different times to approve my course. Finally, the National Board of Pharmacy and the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board approved my course, which recognizes Armentia as an educator and trainer. And to me, I really felt it was necessary. When you walk into these dispensaries, we heard another one, a pharmacist and a pharmacy technician. You're talking to folks with years of experience, but a lot of these folks, just like myself as a medic, I was told cannabis, it was a big X. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about Bruno, right? We don't talk about cannabis. It's a huge no-no. We don't do those types of things. But I think it's really important now that it is here and it's been here for years now. We're going on, what is it? I mean, Colorado's in 16 year, might be 17 by now, but the healthcare system needs to know. And for those who are looking as business owners, this is your competitive edge, knowing these things, knowing that if we're going to use the term as a medicine, we're going to use the term medicine, we're going to understand that when we use the term medicine, policymakers hear a definition of medicine. Um, customers hear a definition when you say the term medicine.